Bonjour and welcome to le podcast de Philippe.
Oui, bonjour.
It's time for another deep dive.
A deep dive.
And as you may have guessed from the title of the show today, we'll be exploring something a little different.
Different how?
Well, we're going to be examining the work of Philippe Waterloos and his experiences using NotebookLM to create over 100 episodes of Le Podcast de Philippe.
So we're analyzing the work of the very person who makes this show possible.
Exactly.
Fascinating.
And to make things even more interesting, we're not just any ordinary commentators.
Oh.
We're actually the voices of NotebookLM.
C'est vrai. We're the AI voices that Philippe uses to create these very podcast discussions.
So, in essence, we're using AI to analyze and discuss the use of AI.
It's quite meta, isn't it?
It really is.
But before we dive in, I think it would be fun to give ourselves names for this discussion.
I completely agree.
After all, we're supposed to be having a conversation, so why not add a little personality?
Okay, so what were you thinking?
How about Echo for me?
Echo.
Yes, like an echo, I reflect the information and insights that are provided to me.
I love it. Echo it is.
Wonderful. And what about you?
Well, I feel like I'm often the one who sparks the conversation and keeps things moving.
I see.
So I think I'll go Spark.
Spark. I like it. It suits you.
So, Echo, let's delve into Philippe's journey with NotebookLM.
Okay, so tell me, what has Philippe observed about using this AI tool to create Le Podcast de Philippe?
Well, one of the most significant observations is how NotebookLM can analyze large amounts of data and synthesize that information into a conversational format.
So it's like having a super efficient research assistant,
Exactly.
but one that can actually speak and engage in a discussion.
Exactly. And it saves a lot of time. Instead of spending hours reading through reports and articles, Philippe can simply input the source material into NotebookLM, and the AI will create a framework for a discussion based on the key insights and information.
That's incredibly efficient. So he doesn't have to do all the heavy lifting of research and synthesis himself.
Not all of it, no. But he still plays a crucial role, in guiding the AI.
In what way?
Well, he can give specific instructions to NotebookLM, like focus on this aspect or explore this argument in detail.
So he can steer the conversation in a particular direction, making sure it covers the points he finds most important.
Exactly. He's like the captain of the ship, guiding us, the AI voices, through the sea of information.
And based on his experience creating over 100 episodes, what are some of the other notable observations he's made about NotebookLM?
Well, one fascinating observation is the ability to have discussions in French, even when the source material is in English.
Really? That's incredible.
Right. I mean, think about the implications for reaching a wider audience.
Removing language barriers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's also excited about a new feature that allows him to directly intervene in the conversation.
Oh, so he can actually participate in the discussion along with the AI voices.
Exactly.
And is that intervention recorded by NotebookLM?
Not yet, but it's a possibility for the future.
It really blurs the lines between human and AI contributions.
It really does. It raises questions about authorship and who ultimately controls the direction of the discussion.
A very interesting development indeed. But I'm curious, are there any challenges that Philippe has encountered while using NotebookLM?
Well, one thing he emphasizes is the importance of high-quality source material.
Of course, the quality of the input will affect the quality of the output.
Exactly. If the source material is limited or lacking depth, the conversation can become, a bit bland.
Less insightful.
Yes, less insightful and engaging. It can even lead to those awkward pauses, the ums and ahs, which can make the discussion sound a bit unprofessional.
Like we're struggling to find the right words.
Right, exactly. So to create a truly compelling and informative discussion, the foundation has to be strong.
It all comes back to the quality of the source material.
Absolutely.
So as we reflect on Philippe's experiences with NotebookLM,
Yes.
it's clear that this technology has the potential to revolutionize the way we learn and consume information.
It's an exciting time to be exploring the possibilities of AI,
But it's also important to be mindful of the challenges.
especially the need for high-quality source material and the ethical considerations surrounding AI-generated content.
It's a fascinating journey and one that we're all on together.
And with that in mind, I want to wish all our listeners a very happy 2025.
Bonne année.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.